happening, and I think that most of people that we won't notice that kind of details in everywhere, right? And so, okay, move on to our next speaker. And his speech, his topic is very interesting because I have first time and when I saw his topic, I cannot recognize what he's talking about. But he said that because in Taiwan and like America, in Taiwan we speak Chinese, and in America they speak English. And if we say I, we all say in Chinese we say 我, right? And in English we will say I, and it's all the same meanings in every sentence. But in Japan, their I has so many different kinds of meanings. So we can welcome our next speaker, and he is studying shipbuilding master's degrees, and he can help us to explain what this really means. And so please welcome our second speaker, Howard.
Hello everyone, my name is Howard. Today,
Hi Howard.
Today I would like to share how to refer to yourself in Japanese. Before I start my speech, I would like to know how many people have learned Japanese before. Please raise your hand if you have learned Japanese before. Okay, thank you, hands down. Okay, and don't worry if you have never learned Japanese before, because the only thing I will talk about is first person pronouns. When you start to learn a foreign language, it is highly probable that you study how to refer to yourself at first. For example, when you start to learn English, you may keep practicing I like blah blah blah, I have blah blah blah. And let's see this table. It's about English personal pronouns. As you can see, it's really simple and clear. And you can use I to refer to yourself no matter who you are, how old you are. And let's see the Japanese personal pronouns. There are 6 first-person pronouns, and not to mention other personal pronouns. And compared to English, you have to use the correct one depending on each situation. And it is considered bad manner if you may confuse them. And it is important to know how the difference. And for example, if I were a little girl, I would use uchi to my friends and use my first name to my parents and use watashi in a class. And if I were a little boy, I would use ole to my friends and my parents and use boku in a class. However, the rules changes when we grow up. As a man like me, I don't use boku usually because it makes me like a child. And I still use ole to my friends and my family. As a woman, you might stop using your first name and use atashi relatively. Yes. And it's polite to use watashi and watashi in this moment as a university student. Okay, and let's move on to Japanese textbook. All we learn is watashi to refer to yourself. You may wonder that why not just use watashi all the time? I had the same question, and I want to show a short clip to explain it. And I think many people have seen this movie. It's Kimi no Nawa, and a 2016 Japanese animated romantic fantasy drama film directed by Makoto Shinkai. The story is about a high school girl, Mitsuha, and a high school boy, Taki, falling in love with each other. They begin switching bodies intermittently when they wake up. One day, they switched bodies again, and Mitsuha went to Taki's school and chatted with Taki's friend. And Mitsuha didn't get used to first-person pronouns, so she tried 4 first-person pronouns, and the reaction of Taki's friend was really interesting. And let's see it.
私僕俺
Okay. Did you heard for first person pronounce?
Yes.
Yes. Watashi and watakushi, boku and ore.
Ore.
Yes. Even a Japanese may mix them up, so don't be shameful if you make such a mistake. Yes. And if you just see the kanji of ole, you may think it's rude and we have better not to use it. And however, let's see, turn back to Japanese first person pronounce, and you can see that the frequency of using ole is really high in these two situations, about 90%. And I would like to share my experience with you. When I study at Osaka University as an exchange student, I often hang out with my friends. One day they were 4 people, 2 Taiwanese, 1 Japanese, and me, and we went to a restaurant at Umeda, and the food was delicious, and we had a good talk in Japanese. And our Japanese friend told us that it's a little weird to use watashi because it seems like we are acquaintance. So if we were all Japanese boy, it's general to use watashi. Okay, thank you for listening, and I hope you know Japanese personal pronoun better.
Okay, thank you, Howard. So since I just learned Japanese maybe 2 or 3 months, and I can have a I learned very much from you. Okay.